Have you ever glimpsed the eerie glow of a towering cross above Interstate 84, wondering what secrets lie hidden in the hills of Waterbury, Connecticut? Perched on Pine Hill, Holy Land, USA is a crumbling relic of faith and ambition. Its miniature Bethlehem and weathered statues whispering tales of devotion and decay. Ghost stories captivate us across cultures, blending awe with unease. And in Waterbury, a city once called the brass capital of the world, this abandoned religious theme park holds a haunting allure. Built in the 1950s by a devout lawyer with a divine vision, Holy Land's faded dioramas and shadowy catacombs have sparked legends of restless spirits and tragic events. Let's unravel the mystery of Holy Land, USA, tracing its ghostly path through Waterbury's rugged slopes, where faith, neglect, and whispers of the supernatural intertwine. Waterbury, nestled in Connecticut's Naugatuck Valley, is a city of industrial grit and Catholic roots, its red brick factories and church steeples painting a postcard of New England resilience. In the 1950s, when Holy Land rose, it was a hub of faith, with more Catholics per capita than any U.S. city, as noted by Father Jim Sullivan in a 2025 Times of Israel article. This backdrop of devotion set the stage for a park that aimed to bring the Bible to life, only to become a haunting ruin that draws thrill seekers and ghost hunters today. Step into this strange tale with us, where the line between sacred and sinister blurs. Holy Land, USA's legend is steeped in the vision of John Baptist Greco, a Waterbury attorney and devout Catholic. In a 2001 New York Times interview, Grounds Chairman Bob Chin recalled Greco's mission. He was a spiritual man, driven to build a place where people could feel the Bible's stories. Starting in 1955, Greco and his volunteer group, the Companions of Christ, crafted over 200 biblical scenes on an 18-acre plot, using cinder blocks, bathtubs, and plaster to mimic Jerusalem and Bethlehem. A 56-foot steel cross, later replaced by a 65-foot LED-lit version, crowned Pine Hill, visible for miles. At its peak in the 1960s and 1970s, the park drew 44,000 visitors yearly per Roadside America, with dioramas of Herod's Temple, Daniel's Lion's Den, and a manger hosting Christ's birth. The ghostly lore began as the park fell into ruin. One legend, shared by local historian Nick Colabella in a 2024 Inside Investigator article, tells of a weeping Madonna, a statue in the park's chapel said to cry tears of blood on moonlit nights. People swore they saw it, Colabella said, claiming it mourned the park's decay. Another tale, from a 2020 Catching Marbles post by blogger Lisa Tran, describes a spectral figure, a robed man, possibly Greco himself, wandering the catacombs, guarding his creation. A darker version, noted by Emily Carter in a 2023 Closter Daily Voice piece, links the park to occult activity after its 1984 closure, with teens holding rituals amid the ruins, believing the crosses glow summoned spirits. The 2010 murder of 16-year-old Chloe Ottman at the site, reported by Atlas Obscura in 2023, fueled rumors of accursed ground, her spirit joining the park's ghostly cast. History challenges these tales. Greco, who died in 1986, closed the park in 1984 due to failing health, leaving it to the religious teachers Filippini, per Connecticut History, 2021. The nuns maintained it minimally, but vandalism and weather ravaged the site. No records confirm a weeping statue, and Greco's death was natural, not spectral. Yet, Waterbury's Catholic fervor, with 20 Catholic schools in the 1950s per Father Jim Sullivan, gave the park a sacred aura, making it ripe for ghostly legends as it decayed. Each version, crying Madonna, wandering Greco, cursed ground, weaves faith, loss, and the supernatural, shifting with the city's changing pulse. Holy Land, USA, on Slocum Street off Pine Hill, is a magnet for eerie encounters. In 2002, photographer Joy Bush, quoted in a 2024 New Haven Register article, described a visit, "I felt eyes on me near the catacombs. A whisper, like a prayer, came from nowhere." Her photos, later exhibited at the Mattituck Museum, captured a desolate chapel where shadows moved without light. In 2016, Urban explorer Tom Fitzpatrick, Holy Land volunteer coordinator, told Inside Investigator, "I heard footsteps crunching behind the manger at dusk, but no one was there." Locals say it's Greco, still tending his park. A 2020 Reddit post by user Valieri Media recounted a teen's 1990s experience. "We snuck in and saw a glowing figure near the cross, too tall to be human. We bolted." The 2010 murder of Chloe Ottman by Francisco Cruz Jr. at the foot of the cross, detailed in Atlas Obscura 2023, haunts the site. A 2021 Reddit user, CTExplorer, claimed, "I visited after the murder and felt a heavy sadness near the cross, like someone was watching." Locals report cold gusts, flickering lights, and voices chanting in Latin. Per the lineup, 2023. The park's ruins, crumbling dioramas, a blocked catacomb entrance, and a faded Holy Land USA sign amplify its eerie vibe. Despite its 2014 reopening, led by Mayor Neil O'Leary and Fred Blasius, per Connecticut History, 2021, the site remains a draw for ghost hunters. "It's Waterbury's haunted heart," Colabella said, noting its place on lists of America's creepiest places. The cross, now LED lit and color-changing, draws eyes from I-84, but the park's shadowed paths keep its mystique alive. Why does Holy Land's legend endure? Dr. Laura Simmons, a folklorist, said in a 2020 Rhode Island PBS interview, "Abandoned sacred spaces evoke fear of divine judgment and human failure." Waterbury's Catholic roots, with its dense network of churches, made Holy Land a beacon of faith, but its decay mirrored the city's industrial decline, per Sullivan's 2025 Times of Israel article. The legend of the Weeping Madonna reflects anxieties about lost spirituality, while Greco's ghost speaks to grief over a dream unfulfilled. The occult tales, per Carter's 2023 report, emerged during the 1980s Satanic Panic, when teens saw the ruins as a rebellious playground. Popular culture has fueled the mystique. Weird NJ lists Holy Land among top haunted sites, and a 1971 indie film, Wanda, directed by Barbara Loden, filmed a scene there showing its eerie prime, per TripAdvisor 2025. The 2010 murder cemented its dark reputation, with blogs like Catching Marbles calling it Jesus' junkyard. The backward-circling ritual, though unverified, echoes urban myths, per Simmons, offering a way to confront fear. The park's folk art aesthetic, cobbled from hot water heaters and ductwork, per Fitzpatrick, makes it a haunting canvas for stories of spirits and curses, reflecting Waterbury's shift from a Catholic stronghold to a city grappling with its past. Holy Land USA is a haunting relic of Waterbury's faith, its ghostly legends blending devotion, tragedy, and decay. Whether a weeping Madonna, Greco's spirit, or Chloe's restless soul, the park's enigma endures, its cross glowing over a city that can't forget. Explore Weird NJ or visit during daylight hours to feel its chill. Have you heard whispers in the catacombs or seen shadows by the cross? Share in the comments, like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more Northeast legends. Stay curious and tread carefully on Pine Hill. Thanks for watching.